And so I'm here by myself today. It ain't even been a stressful day. It's just me that's perplexed. If you can't even tell by my eyebrows, that's crazy. I'm not perplexed, but like, we finna get all that out the way in this episode. Because my God today. My God today. I'm gonna go ahead and of course open up with prayer. Dear Lord, I thank you for this day. I thank you for life, health, and strength. I thank you for allowing me to come here and do another episode. I ask that today, well, one, I just want to thank you for today. Thank you for this day. Of course, thank you for everything that I have. Thank you for my family. Thank you for allowing me to be here to do this because it's what I asked to do. It's what you want me to do. And so, God, I'm asking that I do it to the best of my abilities at all times. I ask that you be with me each episode. Help me to do and say what is pleasing and what you would have for me to say that will be helpful to other people and also helpful for me. Because today, that's why I came. Because this one for me today. I thank you for all things great and small. I ask that you continue to bless me, people I love, people less fortunate than I am in the podcast, and my lovely listeners. In Jesus' name, amen. I was finna stop recording. But here we are again. I ain't even turn my microphone over. Here we are again. Yes, there it is. Back in the house. Back in the house here. I'm saying the house as if this is really a house. Y'all, real talk. Real talk. I don't do it all the time, but sometimes I just like start and stop from the beginning. Y'all already know that, of course, a little bit. I'll start recording, and then if I don't like it, or at least up until the intro point, I'll like stop it and start recording all the way over again. That's what I just did because I kept saying in the house, and I don't know what house I'm talking about. But that's actually the point of the videos. Boom. So before I even start recording on here, I like well, one, I like listening to podcasts. I need to find out. I like listening to podcasts on Spotify. When I was working at Novant, or for Novant, I had time a week to have like headphones in or whatever, and I used to love walking around, and that's all my day really consisted of, was walking around listening to podcasts. So shout out to all the ones I love. Your Receipts, Getting Grown, The Read, $1 Million Mindset, Millionaire Mindset, $1 Million Worth of Game. Who am I forgetting? Shout out to Michelle Obama because she started her podcast, and I am. Oprah Super Soul Conversations. Philosophize This. I listen to like a whole bunch of different podcasts, but the point is, I love them. I like listening to them. So shout out to Spotify for, having all of them. That's where I listen to them at. I don't listen to other podcasts. Oh, boom. And Two Pennies. Shout out to Jasmine and her Two Pennies podcast. And make sure y'all go listen to that. And the Crazy Sex podcast. It's crazy because I went to school with that girl and I don't even know her real name. And I just know her by Bonita. And I used to have a crush on her. And I don't even know her name. But her podcast, the Crazy Sex podcast, make sure y'all go listen to those as well. But I like listening to them. But I also like watching them. And so $1 Million Worth of Game with Gillian Wallow. Make sure y'all go check them out because they're funny. They dropped their episode on Spotify on Sunday, or like the audio on Sunday. And then by like Tuesday, they have the episode on YouTube. And I really like that, especially because a lot of times, and that's why I do this, it's stuff happening in the studio that like people don't see. And so you might hear something, but you kind of miss the whole moment because you didn't see it happening. And so I think it's just a little plus to have the video. But for the sake of it, mine is like from the beginning, as far as the video is from the beginning, like setting up and stuff like that. Lips is dry. All the way to the very end. Hold on. But so that's the reason I have the YouTube channel, and also I'm gonna have audio. So in here it's kind of like you get all the extra bloopers. Like this is gonna be unedited. The audio is gonna be edited for the sake of it, because everybody don't need to hit. Like if you really want to get the raggedy, come to YouTube. Come on over to YouTube. Sorry, not sorry. Gotta get these lips together. I don't want to be talking dry. I made it in my bag over there. So I pushed record. And so we're here for another episode of Highways and Hedges podcast. It is me, your OG, JC. Like Kiana said, not to be confused with Jesus Christ. No, not to be confused with him at all. And I actually say that for the sake of a child of God coming out to do the work as it was sold to us in Luke 14:23. Y'all already know. I love the Lord. I do love the Lord. He heard my cry. But when I say I'm not Jesus, I'm your OGJC, but not Jesus Christ, it's because when they say what would Jesus do, if you were to say what would Janelle do, they're going to be two different answers. That's why I'm not Jesus Christ, but I'm still still a child of God. And so today I'm actually coming and recording. This isn't like a random or surprise episode per se, but I didn't intend to come in here to record today. It kind of wasn't even on my mind when I went to bed, but based off how my day and my thoughts and stuff is going, I'm in here, and I'm in here by myself. I'm coming for the Highways and Hedges today, sweetheart. I am yet in it right now, perhaps, which is why I'm here. When I say this is a help me, help you, help me, today I need the help, which is why I came. Like, I need to, if it's vent, I need to let this off. I need to get this shit off my chest. Like, yeah, it's gonna be like that today. And this is what I'm like. This episode today is a great example of when I say highways and hedges and who I am. Cause this is all like me. We finna get to all of that today. Like, and I'm saying real talk because for the sake of it and for what people have asked me so far, like, yes, I'm Christian. Yes, I go to church. I'm like, all of that is that. And yes, I curse. And like, it ain't just a yes, I curse factor, but y'all, like, you're going to understand. Like, if you don't understand me after the first two episodes and after this one, I guess just keep staying tuned. And thank you for tuning in. And pay more attention. Like, I'm that hard. But I'm going through it today. Well, I was going through it since yesterday. And so we're just going to jump straight into all of this. A couple of days ago, like the past 4 days before today, on a different note, going through, like, got some little job issues going on and what have you. And I got little stuff that I'm worried, like, I was saving up money to move out of my mama's house. Like, I ain't never met somebody who wants to move out the house so bad. But anyway, like, I got stuff going on in life. I have my job, now I don't have my job, like, and I'm starting this podcast, and I know I need to have a job and stuff like that. I'm not saying that that's not the case, but as far as passion projects and, like, things that you put your energy into that you really care about, that move you, like, that motivate you, that stay on your mind. Like, for me, not just the podcast per se, but the stuff that I think about, the stuff that I talk about, which ultimately does, pull up to be the podcast. Right now, I'm trying to fully grasp it, understand it between me and God, figure out, like, okay, what is it? What exactly am I going to say? Because I already know it's, the church and the people, and you got to do this careful. So what exactly is my audience? What it's like, I've been going through it kind of with myself about that, which I have for months. The whole planning process for this it's not easy. I thought it was kind of going to be a little more simple, more kind of just like, I'm going to start talking. Like, I'm going to just start talking. It's not that simple. Especially when you involving God and you trying to make sure that you're doing stuff. I like, it requires prayer, paying attention, being attentive. Like, I've had to pray, like, and I've been doing what I like to do. Like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but like, help me know that that's what you mean. If that's really what you mean, like at this point, write it on my forehead. You know, I'm like that when when I talk to God for real. But I've been going through it, and in the past little bit, a couple of days, I've had a meeting with a brand manager. Shout out to Noon. I've been getting stuff done, dropped the episodes, like, and just things were going great. They are going great. I don't want to say where they are. Going great. And I'm excited about it. I like what I'm doing. I like the way I feel about it. It's like I'm understanding. It's helping me understand myself and giving myself purpose and like all that good stuff. So I'm, trying to get all this together. And so here I was in good spirits, not neglecting the fact that I need a job. Like still, and like I do Postmates and stuff like that, and I have a whole issue with that. Not an issue with Postmates, but like as far as getting a job, that's on my mind. Like it's heavily on my mind because I'm just like, God, at this point I need a career. I don't want to just work nowhere, but I can work anywhere. It's just a whole lot. But so anyway, going fine. Yesterday, church was good. Like everything was great as far as I'm concerned. Like for what it's worth, things were going well. Not perfect, but well enough for me to be okay and kind of just, still have forward thinking, thoughts and positivity or what have you, trying to keep myself together. Then after church, mighty God, I'm not sure what happened, but like church was even good. Like it's crazy because everything was going so good, and after church, everything just went south. And when I say everything, I'm talking about me. Like the slight baffledness that you hear is because I'm kind of still in awe of how fast it happened, what happened, how I felt, the drastic change. Like it's as if a light switch almost just like, and I had a quick, I want to say reality check, whatever. I don't know. Here I was going good, and then it was just like, my good sis, actually, what had happened was, you're shit. You are shit. You don't have shit. It's like that. Like, yesterday, I reached a level that, and I'm going to go ahead and put out, this is going to be a trigger warning episode or what have you, however you're supposed to say all of that, because I'm about to talk about things related to suicide and things to that extent. And when I say this is about to get real and serious, I appreciate the fact that this happened now and that I'm wanting to and willing to share it now on the podcast, because for one, it's going to give me a level of accountability. Y'all will get a good look at me. Like what I'm about to talk about is just myself anyway, but my real life struggle. So when we sit and talk like, oh, do you curse and da-da-da? Like, girl, I got a whole lot of issues. And if yours is want to know whether or not I curse, yes. They have shirts that say I'm Christian or I'm saved, but I cuss a little bit. Girl, I cuss a whole lot. Just a whole lot. I'll write them on the back of the shirt if you want to know which ones I say often. But I'm finna get straight into all of this. And what I'm about to say as far as yesterday and how I feel is a lot. So I kind of just went into this whole phase of like, actually what I got going on and who I think I am and, all of this stuff is not that at all. Like, I'm not good. I don't really have anything. I didn't lose hope in like my show and stuff like that per se. But like, I was just like, this is all going to be bad. Like everything just went bad. Like yesterday, it's just like, failure was just like, girl, this is not the road. This is not it. Like, I can't express it a certain type of way. And I'm not finna sit and do all of it. But I really was going through it yesterday. And it really just got to a point kind of fast. And I was just like, and this is something that I dealt with when I don't know, because it's like almost a roller coaster, like a progressive roller coaster of how the feelings went into other feelings and like turned out to be different things. But so as far as feeling suicidal and not wanting to be here and things of the sort, as far as I'm concerned, and for whatever reason, people make it seem like this is just like a phase, not even a phase of life. Like everybody had that feeling at some point, and that's cool and understandable. I get that. There are some people who it's not just as simple as it sounds. Like it's not maybe just so come by here as you probably would think. Excuse me. And I am a impulsive person. Like I can be impulsive. And when I get upset about stuff, and that's the thing, yesterday I reached a level of upset that I haven't felt, like literally the way my body felt. I haven't felt that way in almost like 2 years almost. Like it's been over a year, of course, and I'm gonna say about 2 years. I was so like, it's like my body was just a shell around angry, hate, fire. Like I was just so mad, and I wasn't mad at anybody. I was mad at myself. And when I say myself, I was on a level of like, God, and I was really here with it. And that's the thing. I prayed this prayer a while back ago, and that's why I say I haven't had these certain feelings. And like I was scaring myself almost, but I wasn't scared. But I was there, and I was just like, how is this happening? Why is this happening? But I remember praying time ago, like, of course, like I don't want, like I don't want to be here, whatever. And of all the things that you can do that I think is powerful and what have you, and that's why you feel me. That's why it is what it is. But I remember I prayed one night. I'm like, you something when you go to the man that made you and be like, listen, sir, I get it. I'm not saying what you did was bad, because what you did was good. But we could, wherever you decide, just get me, please. Like, I was on the level, like, I just don't want this. And the thing that I felt then was I didn't act like, I was at a phase of growing, like I was literally in a stage of like growing up and trying to understand, like I guess just life and growing up and me, I don't know. Whatever it was, I was perplexed to the extent I was just like, God, I didn't even ask for this life. And aside from didn't ask for it, at the rate I'm going, I don't want it. I don't want to be responsible for something I didn't ask for. Like this is a lie, and I gotta figure out my purpose. It's not easy because you're not right here. Then I gotta pray, and I gotta listen to these people, and Jesus, somebody. Like I was there, and I was there for a while. I was there. And I just remember I had nights, like 3 in particular, like distinctly 3 nights. And I want to say 2 of them was in a row, and then there was one separate night where I was just like, God, listen. And I made the decision because at that point it was a level of, you want to die. And I've had the time of like taking a whole bunch of pills and then waking up and you're just like, maybe I didn't take enough, or like maybe these weren't the right ones. Like I have the cut marks for all the like self-harms. Like it's a level of, I want to do this, but I don't really got the right resources, really, because I know, like I said, this is about to get bad, so, and then with me, this is kind of going to get dark. So yeah, I've had those times and attempts, per se, where I was done for real, like I was, hey, I just, run out in traffic, and that's like the next, I'm not gonna say the next step, but that's how it was. I was just like, listen, I don't know what I need to do. I don't have a gun, and so I got to the point where I was like, listen, Lord, I understand life is an opportunity and stuff like that. So every day I wake up, it's a blessing. It's an opportunity to get what I'm thinking is a bad life together. But in the same fashion, while I'm asleep, that's a good time. Just know that's the perfect time. Like it won't cause no harm. Like I ain't gotta hurt. It ain't gotta be slow. Just know while I'm asleep, I'm here. Like I was on something like that with the Lord, and I know that it sounds really bad, but that's really how I feel. I just was not wanting to be here. Like you ain't never met a nigga that really kind of wanted to die more than me who's still alive. And it's crazy because today I woke up and I like reposted it for the sake of it, but it was like the bravest thing I ever did was keep living when I wanted to die and nobody really knows. Like a nigga don't know how bad a motherfucker wanted to. When I say not be here, bro, like ain't nothing for me. Like the conversations that I was having with God, you probably look at me and be like, you was talking to the man's like that. Like, girl, yes. Look, don't got nothing. Don't want nothing. I can't do it. I mean, I'm not like, again, I'm not saying that what you did was bad, but like, sir, if this was your best shot of me, we could shoot me, dunk me, and throw me on out. Cause baby, I'm not here for me. Like, I'm not here for me. And so yesterday, that's what it went to. I reached the point of somehow I jump right into, I'm not for this. And sure enough, actually, if I must say, Did I even do an intro? Welcome to Highways and Hedges podcast. It is me, your OG JC. I think I did that already. Yeah, that's how I got into it. But see, forgot if I did an intro or not. But yesterday I like jumped into this level of I don't like me. And that's really what it was. And it's not even I don't like me. I was on something like I hate me. Like if I was to put it in honest, girl, if I was to put it in honest context and like if I was to be sitting talking to somebody, the words that and that's the thing, I talk out loud. And when I'm in my car and I'm driving by myself and stuff like that, especially if I'm like amped up or like hyped up or I'm upset, I'll talk out loud because I'm a talker. So a lot of times it's, I just talk out loud and that helps me navigate my thoughts kind of better, whatever, I don't know. But so I was talking out loud and I was just like, her, I don't like her. Like, and I've had times, and I was just talking to my friend about this yesterday. Hey, Angelica. Those moments, like, you see it more in movies, and I guess people probably really do have them, but you can be looking in the mirror and you just like crying or something, like, for whatever reason. And you like, it's as if you want yourself in the mirror to jump out your body and like console you in a different fashion, like talk to you in some way like, girl, you are stronger than that. You are beautiful. I'll be looking in the mirror. I've done it. The thing is, I did that. I've done that. And I'll be raggedy still. Like, I'll be looking in the mirror like, girl, pathetic. Like, Janelle, you're not, yes, you are. You're the most pathetic person I've ever seen in my life. You're just crusty. First of all, you're ugly. Like, you're not that cute. I'm lying. I never said I was ugly, but like I do, when I say I'm hard on myself, I'm hard on myself. And so I'm sitting in the car, like, and I'm going, like, having these whole moments of like, yo, this person who I'm really finna try to be, I can't even be her because who I am is like too fucked up. Like me, right? Like, okay, there's a version of me, and when I talk about me, and I love Cornelius, he gave me questions, the Brandon questions, and two of them that I like in particular, because when I answered it, it made me like look at myself, and like one of those, I like to be self-aware, so I think about my feelings and I think about things a certain type of way. And one of the questions was, who are you as a person? And the other one was, how does this brand show consistency? And for me, they go hand in hand because I embody every part of me that I've ever been. And I don't know how to be anybody different. I don't hope to be anybody. I don't try to be anybody different. I ain't even got me together yet. So I ain't got no choice but to be me. And so it's like, I'm talking about the me as a kid, the me who I was raised to be, the me who people perceive me as, the me who I think I am. I'm all of these me's all put in one. And when me at 23, the cautious, conscious part of me who can look at something and observe it for what it is, when I look at me that way, I'm like, okay, I see that, the one that embodies all of me. And then I see a version of me that I'm kind of becoming, and the thing is, at some point in life, oddly enough, and we're gonna talk about this later in a different way, people around me were like, girl, you are the closest thing to Michelle Obama vibes that a nigga could get. And I'm just like, Michelle Hunst, like, Michelle Hunst, like, people who people compare you to means something. And I don't mean compare like that, but like, if somebody's like, oh, girl, you giving off Michelle Obama vibe, like, I must be doing something right, because Michelle Obama ain't no raggedy bitch. So I'm like being compared to Michelle Obama. So it's like, there's that part of me. There's a part of me that's like hopeful for the future. Since I've prayed and I haven't died yet, I'm just like, I guess, if I got to live up to be something, I want to be great. And that's kind of like I was thinking about that yesterday. My biggest fear at this point in life is, I was talking to a kid about this. She asked me, like, what's your biggest fear? Like, what are you scared of? I like being a bum. I don't want to be a bum. I don't want to be, unsuccessful in life. My worst fear is like to put in effort and to genuinely want to be something. And like, I'm going to be shit in life. That's like, and that's how I feel. So yesterday, bro, I'm just over here like, you know what, Janelle, you actually not shit. You failed school, and it ain't because you stupid. But I'm behind the 8 ball by a couple years as far as school is concerned, because I didn't go straight to school. Then when I went to school, I failed school 2 times. Like, girl, In school regards, no. Working. So at this point, I'm just trying to do, at this point, what is like, I've prayed about it, like done things, and based off the prayers that I've prayed and the fact that I've come up to the point of doing the podcast and things of that sort and stuff like that, again, not neglecting the fact that I don't need a job, but it makes sense for me. Again, it's motivating, and that's something I pray for. People around me can say, like, Janelle, you do a lot of stuff. Like, what do you like to do? Like, what motivates you? This, what I'm doing now, like what I've invested in, what I understand about what I want to do with this podcast, it moves me a certain type of way. And so I'm like, you can't even do that because you curse, and people, like, you can't even let the people understand. And it's not even just about cursing, but like, there's a level of me that's like, I'm so imperfect and messed up and flawed to some extent that I can't even obtain being good, because it's like I can't even get past the part of me that's messed up. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm like, yesterday, when you say fed up, like, the thing is, I really did, and that's the thing. Yesterday, I reached the point for the first time in like 2 years where I literally said it. Like, I said it. I was hurt. Like, I was mad at me because I was surprised that I was saying it, but it's how I feel, and the fact that I felt it, and I felt it so strong. It was so real. Like, the impulsive part of me started to get scared because I was just like, nah, if I did, like, and that's me. Once I know, like, there's people who, like, they get to the brink of suicide, and I watched this man talk about it in the video. He was like, he was walking down a bridge, and he was walking, he wanted somebody to ask him what was wrong. By the time I get to that point, the last thing I wanted somebody to ask me, because how I be feeling, if I'm on the side of a bridge and I'm there for the sake of suicide, me, because I want to do it so bad, like, I guess, apparently, for one, I have to be definite. That was the issue yesterday. I have to be definite that what I'm about to do is going to cause me death. Like, I don't want to just jump into water. Like, that's not proving the point. But so the point is, death is like what's happening after I jump. And so if I'm there and I'm wanting to jump, I'm jumping. Like, I don't want somebody to come talk me down. I've passed the point of can be talked down. I can't, and that's the thing, I can't even talk me down. That's how I felt yesterday. I was on the level of, like, I don't even know how to, like, get back to, like, I almost felt like I'm not even gonna be able to shake back from this, because I was just like, yo, like, nah, I can't do this. Like, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I was like, I don't want to do it because, like, what if it's not good? What if it don't do, like, what if the people, I don't know what I was thinking about. Like, I don't know. I was just so, like, I was just like, I hate you. The thing was, I was hating myself so, I was so mad at myself. I was angry at myself. Like, and this is, I'm amazed. I'm actually pretty amazed at myself. Like, I be going through it. Y'all want to know how Hot Ways and Headers came about? Because a bitch be going through it. And so I was in a situation where the only reason I didn't do what I was thinking at the time, because I literally was like, just at that point, like, you know what, God, between hope for the future and whatever that could be, that's not guaranteed or definite, and what I'm capable of, what I know about, and what I've already got, I'm gonna just take the exit. Cause, like, I don't want to, I don't like, the looking forward to the future bit for me is like, it's all contingent and based off of, and, you know, up in the clouds and questionable. There's no certainty there, and the uncertainty does scare me, the fact that I don't know. And there's a level of work that's like, Janelle, you can want this and you can work towards this, but you can still not reach that point. And I'm just like, I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna end it all. I'm gonna end it all. At that point, I'm no longer, I ain't got nothing to do at that point. Like, and I was like, the worst part is that I was just like, heaven or hell, I just know I'm not going to be here. And that's all that really matters to me. Like, in it, like, oh my God, I know it sounds so bad. That's the thing, I know that it sounds so bad. But, like, that's how I was yesterday. And so I was just like, bro, I was like, Lord, I know I haven't said this in a long time. And I know that I told you after those attempts, and what I was saying earlier, after those attempts, I did make this prayer. I was just like, cool, it didn't work. I'm not going to try to kill myself. Like, I won't actively try to kill myself. But that was my prayer. I want you to just kill. Like, I just want to die. Like, just straight like that. Like, Lord, It's so much to explain, but it's like not even worth explaining. I literally try, like, for all the words I could say, you know, I love everybody, whatever, whatever. I just don't want to be here no more. You know, shout out to the people. Take me out. So yesterday I was there. I was just like, cool. I said I'm not gonna do that, but like nah. Like I'm talking about, I don't want to wake up tomorrow. And I felt so strongly this like hate for myself, life, what I had going on. I don't know why I was feeling this way so bad. Like it hit me so hard, but it's almost like now I can almost sit and cause girl, I can now sit and console that part of me that was hurt. I don't know how, but at least I can sit with her and hold her. Like I can sit with that. I don't know why I felt that way so bad. Like I just started to hate myself. And what I'm not gonna do, because I didn't come in here to do that. Yeah, I just started to feel extremely incapable. And I was just like, Lord, this is a mess. I'm a mess. This is a mess. Let's get this mess out of here. But then it moved from that to like, actually, what I'm gonna do is this. And I was in a situation where the only reason it didn't go completely left, and I know this is gonna sound stupid because this is my excuse, this is my reason. Again, that certainty of death. Like the certainty that if I do this, I'm not, like it's not a guarantee I'm gonna die. Because I could very well just end up a paraplegic. That's what I was thinking. That's why I didn't do it. Because there wasn't enough space between me, like me and my car, and where I was like looking at. I was thinking like if I just dropped into it, I don't know. The thing is, I'm sharing this again because if you want to know where highways and hedges came from, bro, I be raggedy. If you want a Christian who be raggedy going through it, but still got some type of hope, faith, and belief, and still struggle, it's me. Like, that is what this, like, literally what I'm saying right now, that's why I came here today again. This is to help me. Like, I'm letting this off for me. But if it help anybody, bro, that's all I'm trying to do. So I was literally just sitting there like, the only reason I can't do this is because there's nowhere for me to back up to ensure that I have enough speed. Like, I need to build that up, and I don't have it. So, you know, the next step is to start questioning, like, okay, I can do it on the highway. Then that's like a lot of thinking at that point. It's just like, oh, that was making me even madder. So now, like, when I say a ball of just frazzled anger, I was just, couldn't get it together. So the point is, I went to bed last night. Well, after that, I drank a whole bunch of Patron. My God. I want, you know, that level of like, when you go get drunk and your intent is to like beat off your ass almost. I don't even drink. No, I drink, you feel me? I'm not even gonna hold y'all. But shout out to these people. I had some Patron. And then somebody gave me an edible and was like, don't eat the whole thing. And people always say that. And I don't know why, because I've never had edibles that like trip me. I'm gonna just say that like for the people who like edibles and stuff, like, girl, send me to the people who make them ones that be having people where they doing stuff that make them, I guess, stuck. I'd be like, can I get 3 more? Like, where? But anyway, it was like, don't eat it. Like, don't eat the whole thing. I stood there and like smashed the brownie. Like, my intent was like, I just want to be like, not here. I really just, like, if not more than the fact that I knew I wasn't going to physically kill myself, and like, for what it's worth, and it is that level of, he's capable if he want to be. When I be talking to the Lord about not being here, there's a level of, Janelle, you talking all this shit, and if that nigga kill you right now, that's why I say there's a level of, you got to accept heaven and hell, because I mean, I don't know if that's a suicide prayer. Like, the nigga just take you up because you praying. Like, you going to be looking crazy. And I know that. I'm going to be up there looking crazy. And I'm going to just have the same excuses I have down here. Like, listen, I don't know. Like, bro, it was a lot. It was a lot. And he going to be like... And I'm going to just, you know, it is what it is. But that level of, yeah, he's more than capable. And so I know that when I'm talking a certain type of way, when people talk about prayer, when you pray to God to take your life, sweetheart, that's a different level. And so you better be lucky at me. He don't listen to all the prayers that you pray. And mind you, I've prayed that prayer a couple times years back. And here I am. I woke up today. And so that's the thing. I wake up today. I'm just like, man, I guess here we go again. And the thing about it is, even after you pray that prayer with all those feelings, you still, like yesterday, I still had this level, like, you know what, I'm not going to do nothing. Like, I can't do anything right. Like, oh, girl, I was like, I don't want nothing. I can't do nothing. Oh my God. I can't do nothing. I ain't going to do nothing. Like, I was all across the board with it. Just to wake up the next day and I'm just like, cool. So, you know, what's new? I hate doing this. Nothing bothers me more than not having an AV ministry. Boom. Had to fix my stuff. I forgot what I was saying, but anyway, praying for the Lord to take your life and then you still wake up. So yeah, I woke up and I was just like, whatever. Like, clearly, like, I don't know. It's just, like, I just was so... The fact that I haven't felt that way in a long time, and, like, I thought, to some extent, I thought I, like, passed that level. And then it's like, if it was a test, I failed yesterday. Like, that's the thing. If it was a test to see... Oh, come on. To see, like, have I changed, whatever? Girl, I was so messed up. I was just like, I didn't know, like... But then that is all my point, is that yesterday I was raggedy and I lost hope in the Janelle that I know, which I'm going to give y'all this much. Like I said, there's a part of me that I see, which is the me that embodies all the stages of me that I know, and that person is extremely messed up. Like, she's, you know, I'm not saying like, I've never, okay, boom, and I'm gonna say this because that's the thing. Growing up, I never had low self-esteem. Like, based off how we were taught low self-esteem and what I understood it to be, I never looked at myself and was just like, ooh, like, you ugly. I never thought I was ugly. I think I'm pretty. Like, when I was thicker, I was cute too. But anyway, I'm cute at 129. But, like, I've always been cute. I've always thought, like, my hair was nice. I never looked at my afro and was just like, oh my God, I want white people here. Like, I've never thought lowly of my appearance. But even growing up, the part of me that I did think about as far as like me, aside from my appearance, I knew that I was very capable of messing up stuff, like, one, unintentionally, but two, definitely. Like, even if I didn't mean to or want to, I could mess something up. And I know that for a fact. And so at 23 now, and as a growing adult, when I look back and I think about myself when I was younger, I realized how much I didn't even consider, like, my existence. And that's the thing. It's not even just didn't consider myself. One, I didn't consider myself because I was just active in the world. Like, I was just a piece of everything that was happening, even in my own world. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I wasn't separate in any way. So I never, like, looked at myself and considered myself and gave myself thought, aside from the fact that I knew I was like other people, and other people fuck up. Like, that's what we do. We humans, and we don't always mean to. It's not always because we bad. We just do it. But I also know I was smart. That's another thing. I just knew I was, like, intelligent. Like, God bless me with intelligence. Thanks, Lord, for real. But now that I'm older, and that's the thing, I don't know when they even started to teach. It's a difference in self-esteem and self-value and what you value about yourself. Because the only thing that I value about myself right now is the God in me. And I say this from a place of, like, even people who know me, who I'm close to and stuff like that, who think highly of me. I'm talking about people who know me now. because that's kind of a different me than people who know me before. I can agree with those people and like I'm cool. I think I'm cool. I think I'm funny. Like I think I'm certain things that's like, yeah, you know, she's straight. But like I'm not a fan of me. And so the part of me that I do like is the part of me that I have. Is the part of me that has that hope for the future in the person who I can become. But that can become is just like, that's really up in the air. Like that's a girl, like girl, that's kind of far-fetched. And so the fact that I am trying to learn value about me now, and that value is off of like a could be thought, like it's like I don't know. Yesterday I found out that I don't like myself as much as I think, per se. And that, well, that's kind of the it, as I found out I don't like myself as much as I think. And it blew me. Like it really blew me because I thought I grew. Like I thought I kind of got past that. I thought my faith was stronger than me falling to that point, and then that's also bringing me straight back to my point. It's out of nowhere. If we want to blame, boom. No, aside from that, so I went to bed last night, like, and I woke up this morning, things was going okay. And just for the sake of it, I got up and like walked out my house, and I kind of just had this feeling like this. When people say I don't feel nothing, not even numb, I just didn't feel. I didn't have a want, feel, desire. I didn't like. I just was like, girl, look. Almost, I could give it like a ghost, like when you throw a sheet on top of somebody. Like I just woke up and just throw a sheet on me. I'm just here, child. And I went to my car and I just started doing Postmates. And that's the thing, I was doing Postmates. And I don't even like doing Postmates. I just started doing it. And the Lord started blessing because he started sending me different ones. And they weren't like back to back. They were making me like decent for what it's worth on Postmates. Like some money, like ones that was like a bonus, $3 for this. I'm like, listen at that. And so here I am thinking from yesterday up until this morning, like, dang, I done beat myself up. Like, I really don't like myself, da-da-da-da. And then I wake up and the Lord is blessing me still. And I'm like, the nigga that gave me a new day. He done gave me some money. Listen at that. And so then I'm taking my shower and I'm just like, cool, I'm gonna go to the studio today because I just need to get this off, boom. And I got out the shower and I'm sitting on my bed, like getting dressed and stuff. And my little phone buzzed me and it's like, well done. You received a $20 tip. I said, Jesus, you know what? Listen at that. Listen at that. And like, it's just the fact that yesterday I was toe up, and as much shit as I was talking to the Lord about me and what he did with me and what I ain't gonna do and da-da-da-da, my man's woke me up, blessed me still, blessed me better. Like, he blessed me in a way that like made me look back at yesterday, and it's just like, Janelle, you like, even in the areas where I'm not where I want to be, like I'm not, like I beat myself up and I know that. And I just wanted to share today the fact that a nigga been struggling. And so when you do hear the part of me that deals with struggle, just know like, if there's ever a part of me that like, you know, struggles the most and da-da-da, if you want to know a side about me, I just gave you the one. Like, this is the one. This is the one. Like, it don't get no more raggedier and realer than this right here. And I kind of just gave you the fake censor version because I really was thinking I was going to cuss a whole lot more. Like, but like, I'm raggedy, but I still, like, as a Christian millennial who deal with, you know, day-to-day life. Granted, this isn't a vlog. Y'all not gonna see my day-to-day, but like, this is a struggle, but I still believe in God. Like, he's still showing up and showing out. I still know that what I'm doing is gonna be blessed. It's a reason why I'm doing it. Somebody, even if people are upset and don't understand where I'm coming from, it's gonna bless the people it's gonna bless, and I'm okay with that. Like, oh, I just had to come get this all off, because girl, I was struggling. And so now I'm gonna go finish my day. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I love you guys, and stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on this video and on the YouTube channel, and on Highways and Hedges _ on Instagram. That is Highways and Hedges _ on Instagram.